Welcome back. So this is the part 2, if we can call it that, because we are still continuing at the inner parts or the inner sections of the Bathurst village, or the communities that are located along this particular main peninsular highway. But we are done with the exploration of the Bathurst community, as we have left the Bathurst community right behind us, right there. Let me just show it to you guys, as there is exactly where we came from. And of course, I was trying to explain to you guys about the effect of the downpour that we had last night, as it came with some very heavy winds that I definitely know that it would of course some havoc. I pray that a loss of life is not one of them, but the winds were very heavy, accompanied by the rain last night, as this is exactly the Charlotte community. So both communities are side by side, as you guys are seeing it. So this is also another old bridge. Excuse me. As you guys are seeing it, this is also another old bridge. And of course, these waterways, as you guys are seeing it, since it is the start of the rainy season, you definitely tell that it is becoming very active and vibrant, because we had some heavy rains last night. And of course, I think this is the demarcation that separates both communities, the Charlotte community with that of the Bathurst community. But let me just pan the camera around from this particular side, so you will definitely see exactly how it is. And the Bathurst community is towards that particular side, and we are into the exploration of the Charlotte community, as of course this is the makeshift bridge that connects to the two communities right here as we continue. But we are here as we continue to push the video as further and further as we can. So you guys will definitely hear the waterways. And there is also, I think, some old pipes, because there is a dam that is located right there. Let me just come to this side so we'll get a better angle of the dam right there, if I'm not mistaken. But we are at the Charlotte village, and just trying to let you guys know that today we are really doing an exploration of, as we are taking the back road, just to let you guys know. And another waterway is right here as we continue with the video. But again, taking you guys back so you guys know exactly where we came from. Right there is exactly where we came from as we continue with the video. So that is the main highway, as you guys are seeing it. The Peninsula Highway is located right there, and that is the dam, as you guys are seeing it right there, as we continue to push the video as further and further as we can. So welcome back to the part 2. And of course, coming back, you guys definitely know that these videos will definitely not be able to reach you guys without your support or your sponsors, as we are at the 1,000 mark, but we are not yet monetized. So you guys keep supporting or sponsoring some of these videos, or keep supporting the channel as we continue to push the video to bring you some of this videos, so you guys exactly have an idea or a clue of exactly how certain areas or some of these areas have changed over the years. And talking about trees being cut down, I think if we stand here, we'll definitely have a better explanation, as you guys are seeing it right there, except for those hilly parts right there. But down this particular side, as you are seeing it, it is bare. Most of the trees have been cut down, which will definitely lead to very heavy winds that will definitely not be stopped, because if these trees were still there, these winds will somehow be stopped or their force will be reduced. But since this particular area, some of them, the trees have been cut, there is definitely no way for these winds to be stopped, and it is presently the rainy season, so we are still advocating for some of these trees to be planted back. As you guys will definitely tell, even from this particular area, some of these rock formations were somewhat buried in the ground, but as you guys are seeing it right here, it is bare, as all these areas are individuals' lands, as you guys are seeing it. And you definitely see the watermarks from the rain last night if you take a closer look, just to let you guys know that when these particular areas do not have proper drainage systems, the water will definitely find a way for itself, and that is the dam. If we can get up close and personal right there, as you guys are seeing, the water is very brown because of the rain. As we continue to push the video further and further, just to take you guys back so you guys know exactly where we are at Charlotte Village, as we continue to push the video further and further and further. So thank you guys, as you guys keep supporting the channel, as some of these videos, shooting them is not the problem, but trying for it to be accessible to you guys is one of the toughest things. But if you guys keep sponsoring the channel, we'll definitely try to shoot every day, and if possible try and bring you videos every week, as long as there is the support. But we'll do our best in trying to push these videos as further as we can. So this is the dam, as still at the Charlotte Village. So I think overall the Bathurst Village is more crowded. Hello. Yeah. The Bathurst Village is more crowded and populated than that of the Charlotte Village. But since maybe you guys will have different opinions than mine, but you definitely see that some of these lands that are located at the Charlotte community are bare and vacant, and it is only some of these construction projects that are standing there, and in some lands there are only beacons that you guys can see. But we are here as we continue to push the video as further as we can. So I definitely know that by now you guys will definitely tell, or exactly, we definitely know exactly how things are at this more inner parts or these intersections of these particular areas, which is the Bathurst communities, or if I can say the areas that are located at the more remote parts of the peninsula or of the Regent Highway, as we are definitely seeing it right here. But again, since we are here, we'll try and pan the camera around so you guys will definitely know or see exactly how things are as we are at the Charlotte community. And this is exactly the junction where we are as we continue to push the video as further and further as we can. So there is exactly where we came from, as you guys are seeing it, and these are the other parts or the other sections of this particular area right there, still at the Charlotte community. And the main Grafton Regent Highway is located somewhere up there, as you guys will definitely see how things are from this particular side, or definitely get an up close and personal idea of exactly how it is. So taking you guys back and recapping, or trying to explain exactly where we are. So we started the video at the main Grafton Highway, or the main Regent Highway, as that is exactly. So these are typical examples of the olden days construction or board houses, as you guys would definitely see it as we continue to push the video and giving you guys an in-depth look at some of these particular areas or sections that are located at the Charlotte community. So bear with me as we still have some distance to cover. So we are about to make a bend, so I'll just stand here, take you guys back so you guys know exactly where we are before we take a bend. So we came from that particular side right there. It's exactly where we came from, and this is exactly where we are. And of course, I've already shown you guys that particular dam right there, but this is the lower parts or the lower sections of this particular area, which is the Charlotte community, as we continue to push the video as further as we can. So we continue with the video, hello, as we try and push it as further and further as we can. So bear with me as we are only going to stop maybe at the exploration of the Charlotte village, and we'll definitely divide this particular video into two parts, as we definitely not know exactly where that particular video. So we continue, and we are still at Charlotte village, so try to push it as further and further as we can. So going back to the Eid prayers, and I definitely know that tomorrow the streets will be very, very packed with individuals possibly, but we'll try and see, maybe if we'll try and take a look tomorrow if possible at some sections of the city center, so as just to give you guys a glimpse or an idea of exactly how it usually is during the Eid prayers in Sierra Leone. But this is exactly where we are, as there is exactly where we came from. We'll just try and pan the camera around so you guys know exactly where we are. So still here, and you guys will definitely see the vegetation, and of course that is a tap right there that is working, and that is just to show you guys that the inhabitants that are located at this particular area or this particular side of the country, there is enough water source to serve most of the inhabitants around this particular area. So I think you guys are saying it, that particular pipe is connected somewhere right there, as you guys are saying it goes all the way right there. So seeing this particular water source, that is definitely an indication that tells you that not all communities in the country have an issue with pipe-borne water, because it will definitely be odd that there is a dam located around the Bathurst Charlotte community, and if this particular area were having water issues, it will definitely be somewhat odd. But since I have already shown you guys exactly how things are, I definitely know that we will try and see this particular side, and let me just try and zoom in for you guys so you guys will definitely tell that is also another huge waterway, as you guys are seeing it right there, and there is a construction project right there. This comes to the very topic that I usually talk about, that when constructing in certain areas, or especially these areas that are very close to waterways, I mean, proper drainage systems are definitely in demand or must be constructed at such areas, as if not, it will definitely lead to certain disasters. You guys are seeing it, that since we have had the rain this morning, the water is definitely running, although not at a very high current, but it is definitely running as we continue to push the video as further as we can. So here is exactly where we are as we push the video as further and further as we can, still at the Charlotte community, taking you guys back. So that is exactly where we came from, and this is exactly where we are. You definitely tell the quietness of this particular area. So I definitely know that maybe we've missed it, but when we started the video, yeah, I came across a school, but I definitely did not come across a market, a very large market. We did not come across a bank. We did not see a hospital. And although these are downsides, but there are various areas around this particular site that, even though they are somewhat far, and some of the inhabitants around here will definitely try and have access to some areas in case of emergencies, as that is usually the case, as such facilities is definitely not located around here. So of course you guys will definitely see the water source right here, which I think some of the water that empties from that particular dam here is exactly where it comes, and of course it goes all the way down there as we continue and taking you guys back. So we came right from there, and this is exactly where we are as we continue to push the video as further and further as we can. So still at the Charlotte village, and I think the targets for this particular video, where it will end, will be to try and access the main road, which is exactly what we will try and do, and check this particular building out right there as we continue to push the video as further and further as we can. So overall, I know that the similarities between the Bathurst village and the Charlotte village are there, but in comparison to population size, you definitely can tell that the Bathurst village has a more larger population than that of the Charlotte village. But most of these areas at the Charlotte village are vacant, as you guys can tell. But even if that is the case, I definitely like the vibe, especially at this particular side, as you guys will definitely tell that this particular area has a more green or foresty vibe to it, exactly comparable to those upper parts right there that is very close to the main highway. As we continue with the video, so here we are, taking you guys back. We came all the way from that particular side right there, still at Charlotte village, trying to push the video as further as we can, just so you guys definitely have an idea of exactly how it is, or how things are here at Charlotte village. So I think by now you guys would definitely get the idea, as at times when I usually do the explorations of certain main highways, I mean, just like other subsequent videos, I usually plan ahead, as when we usually go to such highways and try to explore the communities that are located at such highways, we definitely do not usually have a difficult time in recognizing such areas, because we've already done an exploration of those particular main highways. That is exactly why we've done an entire exploration of that main particular peninsular highway, as that is exactly why we decided to do this particular video. But again, this is exactly where we are, as we about to make a bend, just to let you guys know, as there is exactly where we came from, and we're exactly about to take a turn, so you guys know exactly where we are as we continue to push the video and make progress and try to target the main road, as that is exactly where this particular video will end. This is also another road that leads to some inner parts or intersections of the Charlotte community, still here, and of course that new construction project right there, as we continue to push the video as further and further as we can. So that is also another waterway, as you guys are seeing it. So unlike other parts of the country, I think the inhabitants of the Charlotte community, because they definitely have electricity, and I definitely know that they do not complain about water. So overall, I think I definitely like the vibe of the Charlotte community and also that of the Bathurst community. But I will say I will not vouch for the how can I say, the water availability of the Bathurst community, and I'll only do so for the Charlotte community, as of course You guys definitely know the reason why, and I think again standing here, we'll just try and pan the camera around, as I think that is the Charlotte Community Health Center right there, if I'm not mistaken. But we'll just try and take a view of these back sections of those new construction projects that are located, or that we will definitely vividly see at the main Peninsula Highway. And of course take you guys down here so you guys will definitely see the greenery as it continues all the way to this particular side, and of course those new construction projects right up there, as we continue to push the video as further and further as we can, and taking you guys back so you guys know exactly where we are or where we came from. And of course the greenery and of course the vegetation continues all the way, and of course these are vacant right there, an indication that that is someone's land, as we continue to push the video, pushing it further and further. So again, we are still at the Charlotte village, and that is the community center, if I'm not mistaken. So there is a school right there called Solomon Ikumaberewa Primary School. I think that is the school located right there. You guys are seeing it right there, but that is the Charlotte Community Health Post right there, as you guys are seeing it. But this is the route that we are going to take and ultimately try and head for the main road, as that is exactly where we will end this particular video. And the greenery continues, guys, just to let you guys know. But again, before I show you guys this bridge, I'll just take you guys back so you guys know exactly. So there is an aluminium shop right there for those of you guys that may be interested in some metal work. So that is exactly where we came from. That is the school that I just showed you guys, the Solomon Ikumaberewa Primary School right there. And of course that is the Charlotte Community Health Post right there. So I think we made a mistake in trying to say that there is not a hospital, because I think that particular health post, although it is not large, but it can sort some of the health needs of the inhabitants of this particular community. And of course taking a look at some of the sections or the hilly parts right up there as we continue with the video. And this is the bridge, the Charlotte Bridge, and of course this bridge links exactly to that of the main road. And there are two ways, one goes to that particular side and the other one goes right that way and leads us ultimately right to that junction. But this is the bridge, as you guys are seeing it. The water that comes directly from that dam, as you guys are seeing it, it empties right here, and I've already showed you guys that particular side, and of course some other parts or some other sections that we've already passed. I think that those are some sections of the Bathurst community, if I am not mistaken, but yeah, you guys get the idea. But coming to this other part or this other section, this is the other side of this bridge, as you guys are seeing it right there, as we continue to push the video further and further. So it is just a single day rain, and just see exactly how this particular area has or it's starting to fill up just a single day, this last night's rain, and it is already like this. So just imagine when the rainy season will be in full swing, how exactly this particular place will look like. But we continue with the video, and we are coming very close to the end of this particular video. So you definitely see that some of these buildings that you normally see are very huge at the main road. This is exactly how they are at the back ends, and I definitely know that that is a lot of effort to construct such buildings. So I think this is the old bridge, or this was the old bridge, but it is still being used. This one is the old bridge, as you guys are seeing it, and that is the new bridge right there. As we continue with the video, trying to make progress for the main road, or the main Charlotte Junction, as that is exactly where the entrance to the Charlotte community is, as we continue to push the video. So bear with me as we continue with the video, and we are coming very close to the end of the video. So again, you guys keep sponsoring the channel, as some of these videos will definitely not be able to make it to you guys without your support, as it is only with your support that I am able to do some of these videos. So thank you guys again. So again, I initially told you guys that maybe we'll divide this video into two parts, because I definitely know that it is a very long and a lengthy video, but we will see how exactly we will do it. So again, we'll stand here, just try to take you guys back so you guys know exactly where we came from. So that is the main Peninsula Highway right there. Hello sir. Fine. That is the main peninsula right there, and of course this is exactly where we are as we continue to push the video, and those are some sections of the Bathurst community right there. And actually that is a field, as you guys are seeing it. Let me just zoom out and show it to you guys. That is a community field right there, as you guys are seeing it, just like other areas. But I definitely do not know for how long that particular field will stand there, because it is located on a very flat surface, and we definitely do not know if that particular area belongs to someone. So we are here, and this is the Charlotte Cemetery, or if I can say, this is it. I think it is a very large one, as standing here I can see gravestones, I think all the way there, and if I can demarcate, I think there is exactly where the cemetery starts, just like other cemeteries. So we will take a look at those areas, at the further parts or the further sections of the Charlotte community right there, as this is the cemetery. As you guys are seeing it, that is a gravestone right there. But let me just pan the camera around so you guys will definitely see exactly how things are at this particular side. And there is exactly where we came from. Charlotte community right there, and we've walked all the way from those areas, and this is exactly where we are. That is the Peninsula Highway right there. As you guys are seeing the cars that are passing right there, and of course these are the buildings that I showed you guys right there, as we continue to push the video as further as we can. So this is the way that we are going to use and ultimately end at the junction or the entrance to the Charlotte village. So again, still here taking a view of those hilly sections right there as we continue with the video, taking you guys back. So I showed you guys the cemeteries somewhere down there, and there is exactly where we came from. It is a very steep hill or steep walk, as you guys saw the lorry that was having a very difficult time climbing it. So, and those are those other parts or those other sections right there, and that is the Peninsula Highway right there, as you guys are seeing it as we continue. But we still have a few minutes to walk, so we are coming to the end of the video, as that is the junction. So I tried to show you the cemetery, the Charlotte Cemetery. I think it extends from down that particular side that I showed you guys all the way here, and of course some sections around that particular area. But again, standing here, let me just pan the camera around, as those other parts are also some sections of the Charlotte community. But this is exactly where we will end today's vlog, and hopefully find another time to take a look at some of the inner parts or the inner sections of this particular communities that are located at this main Regent or Joy highways, as we continue to push the video. So there is exactly where we came from at some sections of the Bathurst and Charlotte communities, but this is exactly where we are. And of course this is the route that leads to some sections of the Charlotte communities, as there are also some other parts of the community that we were not able to film, but at least you guys get the idea. So thank you guys again for coming along with me, and don't forget to subscribe and keep supporting the channel, as we are still advocating for these particular areas, for its forest to be pristine and be left exactly how it is. So this is the main Regent, or this is the main Joy highway, and that is the video. Until I catch you guys again at the next one, let me just try and pan the camera around so you guys will definitely see exactly how things are at this particular elevated point where exactly I am. And the Victorious Estate, I think they have a project. I think the last time that we did an exploration of this particular main highway, I tried to inform you guys about that particular project, but I am still not able to locate that particular project. But this is it, and this is exactly all we will have time for. And thank you guys for coming along with me, and keep supporting and sponsoring the channel. Until I catch you guys again at the next one, peace.